Good evening. My name is Jackman, better known as Nesquick and Chill, and today I have with me Jungler from Team DarkSpark, Charizard. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. I also have with me TDS Epic. How are you doing this evening?
Fantastic, dude.
Perfect. Today I'm going to be asking you guys some questions on how your team is going into playoff. The first question is going to be, how did the team eventually come together, and how do y'all fit in game? Epic,
You want me to go first?
yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So just small background. TDS is a buddy of mine's. Kind of like his dream and what he's trying to do. There's a lot more to it, but I'm just in charge of the league portion.
Okay.
And it started out with a bunch of us all playing league together, but as people grew and then more people wanted to do other things and like just life pops in that they couldn't do it or they got interested in better games. So I just took over the league portion and then um, just recruited a bunch of different people that we've met through different communities and different friends. So that's how the team ultimately came together.
King, do you got any input onto that?
About the team, well, actually, I met Epic because I used to run a league myself.
Okay.
Used to be an open league, and he joined, and then all of I think he left that team. He ended up being with TDS, right? Epic, I think.
In the long run, yeah.
And it was more of an open league, and then we shifted over to like bronze, silver, gold, and then platinum, diamonds were separated, and then I think his team would join in one of those brackets. I don't remember which one it was. And then I don't know. I played with them a few times, and I know like pretty much met them from that community, I guess, that I had when I used to run that thing. And I don't know. They always seemed like pretty cool, chill dudes on TDS. So I didn't mind playing for them.
Wait. Who does a lot of the shot calling, objective focus, team decisions in the game?
So we do like economic shot calling. Like basically everybody feeds information and then there's not like one person pulling the trigger, but normally everyone's giving information. And if somebody who's fed, like say the mid laner or the carry or the jungler is fed, they'll take majority of the heavy decision making just because they are the ones that can impact the game. But I think Charizard and I do a lot too.
Okay.
Plus our mid laner.
Yeah, it's hard to say who because I feel like we all put our good amount of input in it. I think, yeah, pretty much everyone in the team. Epic. When Frob's in there, he's a big voice. So is Rob. Myself. We all just work well together.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Like in state of mind, basically, like whoever has the most gold, and we just play around said player and keep their whatever they want to do in mind type deal.
Kinda. It's just like whatever we pick, like whatever our comp is based around, like whatever we want to do. But everyone is talking the whole time, so we don't really have any kind of like a big issues with that.
Okay. Very cool. A little bit different from the last team. On your team, who do you consider your team this season?
I think you can go first, Charizard. I got like a couple.
I honestly think it's either. I want to say Rob mostly because I think when he came in, it's just like he changed that top lane pretty much. I mean, nothing on Boito. He still has his like strengths and strengths too, but of course Rob has weaknesses as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like he made a huge impact when he came in.
Okay.
Yeah. I probably have to say it's a tie between our AD carry and our top laner, but I think our top laner, he's never played competitive before.
Okay.
So for him to come in, he has so much input and so many different ideas, and he takes criticism really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of us, if we say like I know, like when Tiamat got changed and it got buffed,
Yeah.
I said, me and a couple others said like, "Hey, Shen is about to be broken," and um, for example, like Boy Toy didn't pick him up, but
Mhm.
uh, Rob took that into consideration and played some game on it. So now he's added that to his champ pool, and I don't know. He's just for somebody who's never played competitive before. He's really um, made a big impact on the team, and he's never had a bad mental either. Just a really good player and guy.
What are some thoughts of how the season went for you guys? Did you perform better than you expected or worse?
So this is kind of weird
Hmm.
because so we were in two leagues at the time,
Okay.
and what we initially made duo for is we kind of made it as like our experiments.
Okay.
We kind of threw it like we were kind of trying out a lot of players, and then like what now is our academy team
Hmm.
was playing in duo primarily, and we didn't really do too much or take it seriously in the beginning. Um, it wasn't until like we made the full commitment that like we wanted to um, take duo seriously and try to win
Hmm.
the whole thing. I think it was maybe around like after when I came back, um, after Boy Toy left or got penalized.
Hmm.
It wasn't until then that we actually started to try to win the league. But yeah, it was kind of really experimental in the beginning.
Yeah, I have to agree because I was on the other part of the team on the other league where we're doing really well in, and then sometimes I'd jump in some duo games if they needed me, but it was never like the main roster ever there, like until like later in the season. Like yeah, around after Boy Toy left, that's pretty much when the kind of the roster kind of jumped into this league.
Right. What was your guys' favorite moment from the season? It can either be from your team or from any moment that has happened from any other team.
Uh, I mean, I'm not so like we're pretty new, so we
Hmm.
don't know too much like the history and hype.
Yeah.
Like so, like when PSB lost, that was cool, but it's not wasn't really a big thing. Um, I think I think it's just for us like um because I stepped away from the game for a while to work on some mental health issues, and I kind of fixed them,
Hmm.
and I was thinking about coming back, but after Boita got penalized, and then our owner was like, "Hey, we need you to come back," and I was like, "Sure, I'll come back." And then I came back, started making some changes, talked to everybody, and then we take out Rift Dragons. Like it was really easy. So I think that was better for us because we just kind of I don't know. I felt good. I enjoyed playing the game again,
Hmm.
and it was a good confident booster for us that we can now just we came back and things are going to get a little better.
Yeah, yeah, I want to agree. I agree with Epic because I don't know. I know I was getting talked to about like trying to run the team too, but like I did that already, done that, been there, done that, and I didn't want to put that stress on myself again. Like, so I was kind of glad Epic came back and everything kind of changed. Like once he came back, there was like a huge meeting with all the players, and everyone got to throw stuff out there and release whatever was bothering them, and then issues that were taken care of like in a non-toxic way, which was pretty cool. So like everyone was just talking and pretty much like a little group of friends just around. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's how you always want teams to be and be close and be able to talk to one another. Let's see. We're gonna also add some spice to this. I've asked
All right.
some I've got some spicy questions. Be as brutal or non brutal as you want to be.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
as I do type in chat quite a lot, I get flamed. But I think being able to flame and receiving flame equally is a good thing, as long as that's okay.
Yeah, I get you.
First question is going to be: Were any teams way easier to beat than you initially thought? If so, which ones and why do you think?
In my opinion, I don't know. I just didn't know a lot about the team, so it's just like I felt like even the ones we did lose, like against PSW and I think we played PSV off stream.
Mm-hmm.
We were always in those games, and it was always just like a minor mistake or some like
Mm-hmm.
a call that went wrong that kind of tossed the game around the opposite way, and it's just I don't know. I feel like anyone could beat anybody.
Of course.
Yeah, I think when we beat Solar Phoenix, I honestly like because at least looking at because I see them now. They're in a couple different leagues. I know they're in a couple different leagues. They're rated like first in this other league that I'm looking at. They're like close to setting finals right now, and they're overall just I probably think they're probably the best team in the league. So when we beat them, I was like, huh, that was a lot easier than I thought. I thought this was gonna be like really difficult, but yeah, that was the biggest surprise to me.
I will say that we didn't have a good set roster. We have 2 new additions in the bot lane.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're part of Solar.
Yep. ADC is
Yeah,
bring down
but-
PSB, no biggie.
Yeah, that's
Um,
good. No, yeah, you guys are definitely better than I thought. But like when we played
Thank
you, I didn't think it was. I thought that game was gonna be harder than it was, but
Of course. I think we had a couple mistakes happen that we just couldn't come back from. I'm not too sure
It
because I
happens.
didn't play the game, but it happens. Let's see here. For one of the last questions, who flames the most on your team and who gets flamed the most?
Charles, you can, I think we have the same answer.
God. Boy Toy
Oh yeah, it's
and BG.
yeah, it's Boy Toy and BG All Star. Oh man, I can't tell you the comms game is.
I just feel like it's okay. Like I feel okay. They're solid players,
Mhm.
and like I think they're good players. Just I feel like they think they're better than what they really. I don't know. Not that I'm not trying to put them down, right? Because they're my
course.
teammates. I think they have their strengths and weaknesses, but I feel like there's always something to work on, and you don't see that. Have that mindset. It's kind of hard to improve even more, I guess.
Yeah, they can be humble players.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
at the same time, they are very confident in what they can do, and then they both have this thing where they have the mentality where like I'm so much better than this guy. Why the fuck is he beating me? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
I guess
sure.
they're more emotional players, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, very
Okay.
driven.
But like
player.
after the game, that's when they're cool, and then you can talk to them, and then that's when they're settled down.
So like during the game, they're just like super hyper and try to just figure out what's happening, but using flame.
They play in the moment. Yeah, they definitely do.
That's funny. Interesting. Lastly, is there anything there or anything that y'all want to say before ending playoffs? Any other teams versus going into this playoffs?
Damn, I don't know. I think what do we play? Rift Dragons?
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a good match. I think we can win that for sure. I don't know. I feel like nobody talks about. I get why everyone gives credit to Rob and Frob, but I never get any credit as a jungler there when I'm making some plays, and I feel like I'm like underlooked by a lot of people, and then I surprise them when I show up in the playoffs.
Okay, I'm gonna add something real quick. Rift is having problems with, since they did just get a whole new basically roster. They had 2 or 3 new additions. Do you think that that's going to affect their team play at all?
New rosters? You mean our tryouts?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see. The thing is, like, so I think I was talking to a couple of other members with this. So either when something like that happens, and it's not just in Rift Dragon's place, it's like any team environment place. So you take a primary. So these guys played, I think they're called Glaive or Glaive Esports or something like that. So you take players that were previously on a team and put them on a new team. either two things are going to happen. Rift Dragons is going to turn into Glaive Esports #2, and the people that were on Rift Dragons, or the owner is or whatnot, is going to get overtaken by those players. Or the remaining 2-3 members on the team is going to get very heated with the players, feel like they're being overruled and whatnot and being stepped on, and they're going to get angry. Or it could just be everyone's cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be the first one where I think Glaive is going to kind of take over.
Gotcha.
But I don't think it's going to cause any problems. Like, those guys are not bad players, and it's like, yeah, you're going to be out of sync for a while, but it's not like you're playing with like Team Liquid 4 years in. You're not going to play with people that have been playing with each other for like years and years. Like maybe one or two of them that have been friends for a while. Like, but they're not going to have like crazy misenergy. It's just going to be more solo queue for them.
Okay. Epic, do you have anything lastly to say?
I have to go through both PSB to window.
Hey, that's if Soul doesn't bring him down first.
True. Let's hope that they actually. Hey, shout out to my boy A3 Esports. Kick PS Whitehead down. I got you.
They did. And I'll be having their interview tomorrow. So
they can do it, dude. They can take out PS White, I believe.
Alrighty.
As long as they don't play Team Mid against them, they got it.
Same here. I feel like Soul can take out the other side of the bracket too, to hit the finals.
True.
Perfect.
I think it could be TDS versus Soul in the finals. That'd be lit.
That'd be pretty fucking hypey. Let's be real here.
TDS
fucking Soul.
I don't want to promote it, but
all right, y'all. I thank you for making this interview process a whole lot easier for this being my only second interview. Don't know how I got this job, but I appreciate y'all. Thanks for talking with me.
Of course, dude.
You have a good one.
You too. So.